Welcome to Passion Over Paycheck, the podcast where you dive into the joys and challenges of transforming your career and embracing your passions. I'm Kia B, and today we'll be talking about something so many millennials are experiencing: leaving the traditional 9 to 5 grind to pursue the entrepreneurial dream. Whether you're ready to take the leap or just thinking about it, this episode is packed with insights, personal stories, and tips to help you navigate this life-changing journey. Let's get started. Why are millennials making the switch? Let's talk about it. First, let's talk about the why. Why are so many millennials choosing entrepreneurship over traditional careers? That's the big question. Maybe it's one, burnout. Many of us grow up watching our parents hustle hard for job security, but for some reason, the grind has led to burnout. You know, some of us, like myself, who started grinding early on in our career when I was a teenager, I was grinding. I was in school, in college, and I was also working. And then I also became a young mom. So I was balancing the corporate 9 to 5. I was balancing college papers and essays and assignments and reading and also tending to my then baby boy. And I experienced burnout early on, in my career. And now that's just became the norm for so many of us. So, second is, passion over paycheck. That's what we want. Millennials, we value meaningful work that aligns with our passions and our purpose. You know, we also want flexibility, from parenting to traveling. Entrepreneurship basically offers so much freedom that it's really hard to find that in corporate roles. And also technology, this digital age has made starting a business like really more accessible than ever. We have e-commerce as well as podcasting, anything that you want to do as an entrepreneur to streamline an extra source of income. Technology has been very useful in that area. But while the why is inspiring, the how can feel overwhelming. Which brings us to the next point: preparing for the pivot. Preparing for that leap. Transitioning from a steady paycheck to the uncertain world of entrepreneurship can be scary. I'm going to tell you that. But here are a few steps to ease the process. You want to start with clarity. Get clear on your business idea. What problem are you solving with your business? And who is your target audience? Narrow down on those two things. And this can be accomplished in your business plan. Next, you want to save, save, save. You want to build a financial cushion. And most experts recommend young entrepreneurs having at least 6 to 12 months of living expenses. Save before, leaving a job. You want to have that financial cushion where you can be able to pay your bills, you can be able to feed your family, and have all the necessities that you need to live your day to day as you pursue this dream. You want to have those things. And also, you want to do as much research as you can and acquire skills in entrepreneurship. So that means you have to invest in learning. You have to take courses, you have to read books, and you have to connect with mentors in your field, or your area. What does that look like? There are so many free resources that are available to help entrepreneurs navigate through this journey. For myself, I use score.org, which is a nonprofit organization geared towards helping entrepreneurs achieve their success. They offer webinars, they offer free mentorship from people that have experience in this and have nothing but time to offer you and want to help you for free. We have other companies like Verizon. They offer online training and webinars and any resource information that you need to help you become successful. So it's good to look into those resources, and use them to your advantage. Again, they're free. We all love that, especially entrepreneurs. And also, you want to test the waters. You want to start your business as a side hustle first. This gives you time to grow your confidence and customer base while still earning an income. Remember, preparation doesn't always mean perfection. It means setting yourself up for a smoother transition. The emotional side of entrepreneurship. Let's talk about emotions. This transition isn't just a big career move, it's a lifestyle change. And you'll have to face so many different emotions. For example, doubt. You'll question yourself, am I good enough for this? Can I make this work? You'll also experience moments of loneliness. You'll be leaving the structure of a workplace where you have so many coworkers, and you're constantly interacting with different people. If you are a solopreneur where you wear all the hats within your company, you'll sometimes feel isolated, and you'll also have friends that don't understand how crazy you are and how passionate you are. Like, it's just, you may run into people that have the same passion as you do, which consists of networking, but it feels good to basically connect with those people that are entrepreneurs, because who else is going to understand this journey but another entrepreneur? So it's good to connect with people to help in those moments of loneliness. You'll also experience excitement and fear. The thrill of building something from scratch, is unmatched. But fear of failure is real. We all feel that way, like, will this work? Will I have to go back to a 9 to 5? Those are normal emotions. So, in order to manage these emotions, you have to surround yourself with a supportive community. You have to join entrepreneurship groups and also find a mentor, network, get out of your hometown, or if you can't afford to at the time, local networking goes a long way. And you also have to celebrate small wins. Every step moving forward is progress. Celebrate yourself, even during the roughest, harshest times. Don't beat yourself up. You have to understand that this is a marathon, not a race. And lastly, you want to practice self care. Your mental and physical well being fuels the business. If you're not eating well and you're not exercising and getting adequate sleep, yeah, adequate sleep can be a joke as an entrepreneur, but it's a real deal. A real thing. You have to get your sleep. You have to understand that, yes, this is a grind, but you have to take care of yourself, because if you're not in the best condition, health wise, mentally, and physically, you won't run a successful business. You won't have the longevity to do so. Practical tips for the first year of entrepreneurship. Now, let's get practical. Your first year as an entrepreneur will be full of lessons. I've had plenty of them. Let me tell you, I've spent money that I didn't need to spend and invested in things that wasn't giving me a return on investment. So I had to figure some things out. I had to change some things that will work for me in the long run in my business. So what I want to offer you is some tips that can help you during these unpractical moments. So you have to stay organized. So what does that look like? That looks like using tools like Trello, Notion, or Google Workspace, to manage tasks and your goals. I use Canva a lot. I use that as a resource for me to create labels for my products, et cetera, et cetera. Like Canva, you can pretty much do anything with that. So it's very useful. And you want to also budget wisely. So that looks like tracking every dollar coming in and out. That goes back to that return on investment. You want to prioritize investing in areas that grow your business. So don't put too much money into an area that is not working. Some of my challenges was putting money into products that, may not do well during certain seasons. During the holiday times, people want certain fragrances, to linger throughout their home. So I kind of have to focus on catering to those needs. What do people need at that time? And creating more products for those purposes. You also want to become adaptable. So your original plan that you created when you first started out in business, you may need to make some tweaks to that. So you have to stay open to feedback and new opportunities. So when you're creating your business plan, you want to do that annually because you will have to make adjustments to how you are spending your money, what products or services that are needed at that time, because you want to make yourself more marketable, especially during those down seasons. You want to stay creative and stay keeping money coming in. And keep in mind that consistency over perfection. So that means showing up regularly matters more than getting everything right. So progress beats perfection every time. Personal reflection and encouragement. As a millennial who has walked this path myself, I can tell you this. It's not easy, but it is so worth it. You'll grow in ways you never imagined. Like you'll really begin to discover your strengths that you didn't know that you had, you know? And also, most importantly, you'll build a life that feels aligned with who you truly are. Have you ever felt like you were in a box in corporate? Everything was so structured, you were almost acting like a robot. You never had space to be creative, you know? So you want to pursue your passion, but you also want to be smart because it is a marathon, not a race. And if you're ever feeling scared, it's completely normal. Like, who wouldn't feel scared about like leaving job security, for the uncertainty of entrepreneurship? Will this work? Like, am I crazy for thinking that, this is something worth more than my health insurance? you know, or just knowing that every 2 weeks I'm going to get that paycheck. Like, so that's really normal. It's normal to feel like that. But big dreams always come with big fears. But I want to remind you this. You are capable of doing that. You're resourceful and you have what it takes to make it work. I hope these tips have been helpful as you navigate through your journey into entrepreneurship. I am going to wrap this up, but I want to thank you all for tuning into Passion Over Paycheck. If you enjoyed today's episode, I want you to please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might need a little inspiration. I want you to remember that the journey from 9 to 5 entrepreneurship is yours to define, one step at a time, one day at a time. Remember, you're building something incredible. Until next time, stay empowered.